Deep within the dense woodlands of North America, tucked away from the sight of most travelers, lives a mysterious creature rooted in Wampanoag tradition, the elusive Pukwudgie. Sometimes spelled Pukwudgie, the name loosely means little, wild man of the forest who disappears. These beings hold a vital place in the native lore of Massachusetts and southern New England. Described as small, human-like figures, Pukwudgies typically stand between 2 and 3 feet tall. Their appearance is eerie and distinct gray skin, elongated ears and noses, oversized fingers, and a porcupine-like back. From the front, however, they resemble a strange hybrid between a troll and a man, walking upright just like humans. Long ago, legends say that Pukwudgies lived in harmony with humans, but that peace didn't last. Jealousy began to brew when the Pukwudgies saw the admiration people had for Maushop, a giant deity credited with shaping the land, along with his companion, Granny Squanit. As human affection for Maushop grew, the Pukwudgies turned bitter and hostile, eventually clashing with these larger-than-life figures. In tales passed down through generations, Pukwudgies are often portrayed as tricksters or worse. These little forest dwellers wield powerful magic. They can vanish into thin air, transform their shape, and shoot poisonous arrows. Some stories even claim they lure unsuspecting people to their doom, conjure fire, and manipulate their environment with dark intent. Their legend is so enduring in Massachusetts that locals once installed a Pukwudgie crossing sign near Freetown State Forest, a region known for supernatural sightings. Over time, the Pukwudgie's mythos has even crept into modern fiction, including a nod in J.K. Rowling's Harry Potter universe. But what makes the Pukwudgie truly fascinating isn't just the fear it inspires, it's the broader, almost universal concept it represents. The idea of mythical little people a recurring archetype in cultures around the world. So, why do tales of small magical beings appear across so many traditions? From Celtic leprechauns to Icelandic elves, miniature humanoids appear in global folklore. They often embody a culture's beliefs, fears, or moral values. Sometimes wise, sometimes wicked, they can act as protectors, pranksters, or symbols of hidden knowledge. They seem to reflect parts of ourselves, our instincts, our imagination, our awe of the natural world. Interestingly, some experts suggest that sightings of such beings may stem from psychological experiences, migraines, sleep paralysis, or pareidolia, where the mind creates recognizable patterns from random visuals in nature. Still, whether seen as guardians of nature or bearers of mischief, these little beings share striking traits across myths. They dwell in remote places, forests, hills, caves, and often wield powers humans dream of: invisibility, transformation, flight. Their relationships with humans vary. To the kind and respectful, they offer aid and wisdom, but to the greedy or disrespectful, they bring misfortune, teaching lessons through clever tricks or punishment. In many traditions, they serve as guardians of cultural heritage, defending sacred lands, reminding us of our past, and urging us to live in balance with nature. Chapter 2: Huldufólk, Leprechauns, and their cultural echoes. From the cold, windswept landscapes of Iceland and the Faroe Islands comes a mysterious legend whispered for generations, the tale of the Huldufólk, or hidden people, often thought of as elves. These elusive beings are said to dwell deep within the earth, nestled in boulders, hills, grassy mounds, and even existing in dimensions beyond human sight. Much like the Pukwudgies, Huldufólk are intimately tied to nature and wield the power to vanish from view whenever they choose. Icelandic stories warn locals to treat the land with care. Tossing stones or disturbing certain natural formations may risk angering the hidden folk. While typically peaceful and kind-hearted, the Huldufólk can become offended by human disrespect, and when that happens, their retribution can be swift and unsettling. Though they look and act very much like humans, they live by their own ancient customs in a parallel, enchanted world. Their help or hostility depends entirely on how humans treat them. In Iceland, the belief in these beings is not merely a relic of the past. Many modern Icelanders still pay respect to Huldufólk traditions, even consulting spiritual advisors before beginning construction projects. Their presence reflects a deep-rooted cultural reverence for the environment and its unseen guardians. When comparing Huldufólk and Pukwudgies, a fascinating contrast emerges. While both are little people in folklore, they symbolize different aspects of their environments. Pukwudgies mirror the wild and unpredictable spirit of the North American wilderness, often acting with mischief or malice. Huldufólk, by contrast, represents Iceland's yearning for balance, embodying a respectful coexistence with the natural world. Now, let's cross over to another part of Europe where one of the most famous little beings in mythology makes his home. The leprechaun, a legendary figure from Irish folklore, is instantly recognizable, a bearded, elderly man dressed in green, complete with buckled shoes and a pointy hat, associated with rainbows, mischief, and of course, pots of gold. The leprechaun has become a worldwide symbol of Irish heritage and festivity, especially during St. Patrick's Day. His name comes from the Old Irish Leprechaun or Leprechaun, translating to small-bodied one, standing between 1 and 3 feet tall. The leprechaun is known for his trade as a shoemaker, constantly working on tiny shoes and minding his harded riches. Catching one is no easy feat, but if you do, legend says, he must grant you 3 wishes in exchange for his freedom. But beware, these tricksters are masters of deception. While a leprechaun might grant a wish, it often comes with a clever twist, revealing a cautionary tale about human greed, desire, and the dangers of asking for too much without wisdom. Compared to the leprechaun's sly charm, the Pukwudgie stands as a more ominous figure. Where the Irish sprite may outwit you or teach you a moral lesson, the Pukwudgie might harm or kill those who offend it, showcasing the darker side of nature and the supernatural. The contrast between them reflects their cultural roots, one rooted in playful caution, the other in survival amidst wild, untamed lands. Together, these legends from the hidden people of Iceland to the mischievous gold herders of Ireland highlight humanity's long-standing fascination with the unseen and the mysterious. They remind us that beneath the surface of our world, there may lie entire realms, teeming with life, wonder, and ancient wisdom if we only dare to look closer. Chapter 3: Goblins Reimagined. Across the folklore of Europe, goblins have long lurked in the shadows, mischievous and often menacing creatures tied to ancient pagan beliefs and the mystical forces of nature. These small beings, frequently depicted with greenish skin, tangled hair, and grotesque features, vary in appearance from one region to another. But one thing remains constant: their love for causing trouble. Goblins are natural-born mischief makers. Some legends describe them as pranksters with childlike temperaments, while others portray them as downright sinister. While they may dwell in caves or dark grottos, goblins often attach themselves to human homes, bringing mayhem with them. Their disturbances range from banging on pots and pans in the middle of the night to shifting furniture, or even pulling the bed covers off unsuspecting sleepers. Symbolically, goblins are more than just noisy pests. They represent the hidden, darker parts of human nature. They are metaphors for the shadow self, our suppressed emotions, inner conflicts, and traits we'd rather not face. Where other mythological beings, like the Pukwudgie, may reflect dangers found in the wild, goblins personify the chaos and mischief that arises within the home or mind. In folklore, goblins serve as a reminder that the greatest challenges may not always come from distant forests or magical creatures, but from the disruptive forces lurking just beneath the surface of daily life, both in the world around us and in ourselves. Chapter 4: Nisse Reimagined. In the frosty landscapes of northern Europe, particularly in Scandinavian folklore, lives a mysterious yet familiar figure, the Nisse, also known as the Tamt. These small, elderly-looking beings are often pictured wearing old-fashioned farmer clothes and pointy red caps, bearing a strong resemblance to what many now associate with garden gnomes. But don't let their appearance fool you. These are powerful household spirits tied deeply to rural life and tradition. The Nisse is believed to dwell in barns, attics, and hidden corners of the homestead, silently watching over the farm and its people. When shown kindness and respect, the Nisse serves as a loyal protector, shielding families and animals from misfortune, and sometimes even lending a hand with chores. However, if neglected or offended, this once helpful guardian can become a source of chaos, hiding tools, causing illness among livestock, or sabotaging daily routines. These beings are deeply connected to tradition. They dislike unnecessary change and expect the same dedication to routine and respect that they've long embodied. It's said that the best way to stay in their good graces is to leave out a bowl of porridge, especially during the cold winter months. While their popularity faded during Scandinavia's shift toward Christianity, the legend of the Nisse has endured, particularly during the Christmas season. In modern times, they've taken on the role of festive gift-bringers, often seen alongside the Yule goat, quietly placing presents on Christmas Eve. Unlike the chaotic unpredictability of Pukwudgies in Native American lore, the Nisse embodies structure, reverence for the past, and the importance of respecting one's home and traditions. In Scandinavian culture, they remind us that stability and gratitude are just as magical as mischief and mystery. Chapter 5. Alux Reimagined. Our journey now takes us deep into the lush jungles of the Yucatan Peninsula, where ancient Mayan folklore speaks of the Alux, plural, Aluxes, the tiny, mystical beings, said to resemble miniature versions of traditional Maya people. Though small in stature, these spiritual figures hold immense power, especially in the world of farming and nature. According to legend, when a farmer constructs a miniature house and performs a special ritual, they can invite an Alux into the world to serve as a guardian. For 7 years, the Alux faithfully protects the land, ensuring crops grow strong, calling rain from the skies, and guarding the fields at night from harm or intruders. But there's a catch. After those 7 years, the Alux must be respectfully sealed inside its tiny house. If not, the once helpful spirit turns mischievous, causing confusion and chaos. People report lost belongings, strange sounds in the night, stones thrown out of nowhere, or minor accidents attributed to a restless Alux left unbound. Despite their tricks, Aluxes aren't evil. They simply demand respect and offering small gifts like food, honey, tobacco, or drinks to keep them content. They are seen as guardians of natural balance, especially sacred crops like maize, the lifeblood of the Maya. In many ways, Aluxes reflect the deep agricultural bond between the Maya and their land, symbolizing the rewards of respecting nature's spirits. This contrasts with the Pukwudgie, whose stories reflect nature's unpredictability and danger. Aluxes remind us that harmony with the earth requires reciprocity, tradition, and respect. Chapter 6. Chanique Reimagined. From the ancient roots of Aztec mythology comes a mysterious and haunting figure of Mexican folklore, the Chaneque. These small, elemental beings are said to act as guardians of nature, tied closely to rivers, forests, caves, and mountains. Though childlike in size and behavior, they're often described as having aged, wrinkled faces, blending innocence with ancient wisdom. The Chaneque represent the duality of nature, both nurturing and powerless. In many legends, they're known to make people vanish, leading them into a trance-like state where their memories fade for 3 to 7 days. During this time, it's said that the victim's soul is taken to the underworld, and if the proper cleansing rituals aren't performed, they may never fully recover. Illness, madness, or even death may follow, yet not all Chanics are malevolent. Some protect their sacred spaces with the intent of balance, only acting out when their territory is threatened. Their trickster ways may be warnings rather than punishments. Others, however, appear with darker intent, instilling fear and confusion in those who cross their path uninvited. This duality makes the Chaneque both revered and feared in Mexican traditions, while Pukwudgies of Native American legend are known for their mischievous and sometimes deadly encounters tied to fire and the wilds. The Chaneque is bound more to earth and water, reflecting the lush, fertile, and spiritual landscapes of Mesoamerica. Together, these tales remind us of the powerful connections ancient cultures felt toward the unseen forces of nature, forces that could nurture or destroy, depending on how they were treated. Chapter 7. Menehune. Far across the Pacific, nestled in the lush rainforests and remote valleys of the Hawaiian Islands, dwell the Menehune, a legendary race of small, secretive beings found throughout Polynesian folklore. These mysterious figures are deeply woven into Hawaii's oral traditions and are often described as dwarfish artisans, skilled in ancient construction and craftsmanship. Standing only a few feet tall, Menehune are believed to be master builders, responsible for crafting temples, roads, canoes, and elaborate fish ponds, all under the cover of night. It's said they could move enormous stones with ease and vanish before sunrise, leaving behind incredible feats of engineering that still baffle modern observers. Though shy and rarely seen by humans, Menehune are known for both kindness and mischief. They may secretly help those in need, repairing homes, leaving gifts, or granting wishes, but they also enjoy playing harmless tricks, like hiding tools or stealing food. Their nature strikes a delicate balance between generosity and playfulness. The Menehune represent a profound connection to Hawaiian land and tradition, celebrating the ingenuity and spirit of ancient island life. Their legacy speaks to a time when nature, craftsmanship, and myth were seamlessly intertwined. In contrast, Pukwudgies, with their fiery tempers and fierce independence, echo a more primal, wild energy, a reminder of the dangers that lurk in untamed wilderness. While both beings are small in stature, their legends reveal culturally distinct views of the relationship between humans, nature, and the spirit world. Chapter 8. Tikoloshe. Originating from the folklore of the South African Bantu peoples, the Tikoloshe is a terrifying creature that serves as an explanation for unexplained deaths during sleep. In Bantu mythology, it's believed that the Tikoloshe is responsible for these mysterious deaths, striking fear into the hearts of those who believe in its dark powers. The Tikoloshe is typically depicted as a small, grotesque figure, often with a grey, withered body. It may appear as a humanoid creature, or sometimes it's described more like a primate, with unsettling features. Some accounts mention that the creature has no eyes, adding to its eerie, otherworldly presence. This malevolent spirit is said to possess mysterious powers, including the ability to become invisible after drinking water or swallowing a stone. Its actions are sinister, ranging from frightening people to choking them with its long, bony fingers, sometimes even causing death during the night. To protect themselves, people are advised to raise their beds on bricks, keeping the creature out of reach. The Tikoloshe's pure malice reflects the unseen dangers that lurk in the darkness, representing the fears of the night and the mysteries of the unknown. In contrast, the Pukwudgie shows a more complex nature, embodying both benevolent and wrathful traits, and symbolizing the intricate relationship humans have with nature's power. Chapter 9. Small creatures, big connections. From the forests of North America to the hidden valleys of the Hawaiian Islands, and from the deep caves of Europe to the vast lands of Africa, the mythological world is populated by a fascinating variety of small creatures. These little beings, including the Pukwudgies, Tikoloshe, Menehune, and many others, are symbolic of a shared aspect of human imagination and cultural expression across different cultures and continents. These tiny figures often exhibit common traits. They're mischievous, magical, and deeply connected to the natural world. While some serve as guardians, protecting their environment from harm, others are tricksters, delighting in playing pranks on unsuspecting humans. Despite their small stature, these creatures hold great significance and often represent human fears, desires, and societal values. Though there are striking similarities in these mythological beings, each culture's little people also possess unique qualities shaped by specific beliefs, traditions, and environmental contexts. Whether embodying nature's wild power, human struggles, or the mysteries of the world, these creatures stand as a bridge between cultures, reflecting our shared human experiences and values. By exploring these myths, we gain a deeper understanding of the connections between cultures and the universal themes they represent, from our fascination with nature to the ways we make sense of the unknown.